Mario Kart Tour may have its faults when it comes to core gameplay, but something it got right was adding alts or costumes to some of the more popular characters in the game. So that got me thinking, what if every character in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe had alts you could choose from in a separate submenu? So in this video, I'm going to do just that. But to make things more interesting, I won't be including any alts that are currently available in Mario Kart Tour as of September 2023. Sorry, baby Peach Cherub. So without further ado, let's get dressed. Starting off with Mario, there's a lot of different routes I could have gone. But I decided to go with Elephant Mario, not only for the memes, but also due to Super Mario Bros. Wonder coming out in less than a month. For Luigi, I don't know how you could go with anything other than Luigi for his alt. It's a fun nod to the Luigi's Mansion series, and I'm not going to lie, I actually like the gooey guy. Another fun touch would be if Polterpup would appear during Luigi's trick animations. I originally went with Peach swimwear for Peach, due solely to the fact that it's the only Peach outfit from Odyssey that's not currently in Mario Kart Tour, so it was the only one available for me to pick here. But after the latest Nintendo Direct, I switched it to Peach Sword Fighter from the upcoming game, Princess Peach Showtime. This game looks like a lot of fun, and I'm excited to play it. I thought about picking Peach Kung Fu instead, but I feel like Sword Fighter is going to be the more standout outfit from this game, and besides, I thought it looked coolest. Daisy was a little tricky to decide due to her being my favorite character. I wanted to make sure her alt was something fabulous and iconic, so in the end, I went with Daisy Classic. This would just be Daisy with her N64 era design, as I know a lot of people love that design, myself included. Maybe we could even get a reference to her third eye with this outfit. Rosalina was another pretty easy one for me to come up with, and for hers, we have Rosalina Luma. I know that name sounds a little weird, but pretty much it's just a callback to Mario Kart Wii, where Luma follows Rosalina. I don't know why they removed it in future games, but what better way to bring it back than as an alt? And it would be even cooler if you could pick the color of Luma that follows alongside Rosalina. Tanooki Mario was one of the harder characters to create an alt for because, well, he's an alt. White Tanooki Mario would have been the obvious pick for an alt for him, but that's already available in Mario Kart Tour. So I went with the only other option being Tanooki Mario Statue, an ability that Tanooki Mario can get in Super Mario Bros. 3. This is one of the weaker alts in this video, but I honestly couldn't think of anything else, so we're just gonna have to deal with it. Cat Peach is in the same boat as Tanooki Mario for the same reasons as, say it with me, she's an alt. The only other alt I could come up with for her was Lucky Cat Peach, which legit just adds a bell to her collar. So original. Yoshi is the first character on this list that already has designated alts assigned to him, being the different color options. Now I could have just picked another color for him, but why not put all the colors together and have Rainbow Yoshi? This would make so much sense, as Yoshi is associated with rainbows a lot in his games, and I think a Rainbow Yoshi would just be a cool design. Toad is a mushroom, right? And mushrooms are food, right? So why not add Toad Chef? Not only would this be a cool reference to that one scene in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, but it would also be a nice reference to Super Nintendo World's Toadstool Cafe, where Chef Toad acts as the head chef. After watching the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Direct, having Rolla Koopa be an alt for Koopa would just be so cute! Not only do they have these cute pink shells, but look at their roller skates! Ah! So cute! Like Yoshi, Shy Guy already has designated color alts in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But instead of adding another color or having a rainbow Shy Guy, I decided to play homage to Mario Party 4 and have Shy Guy Cowboy. Shy Guys are sometimes seen associated with deserts or the Wild West, so why not slap a cowboy hat on him and call it a hootenanny? For Lakitu, I think Lakitu referee is more than appropriate, for the obvious reason as a Lakitu actually serves as the referee for this game. I think seeing him in some striped uniform like a hockey or WWE referee is the alt that quite arguably makes the most sense out of all the characters on this list. Toadette was a bit of a challenge, as I feel like Tour already has some amazing alts for her. But in the end, I decided on Toadette Party, which is her attire in Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars. I know that it's just Toadette with a cute bow tie, but I'd also add some balloons on her back, as that's how she travels around the boards in those games. This is an alt that would make Toadette the life of the party in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. King Boo! Oh dear god. Since Tour already has the Luigi's Mansion version of King Boo, the only other option I had was King Boo Sunshine, which is just King Boo's weird design from that game. The thing that would really make this alt stand out is the giant tongue that he has for whatever reason. I don't want to know what he uses that tongue for or where it's been. For the baby characters, I just had their alts be things that children like to dress up as. So there's no real references for a lot of these, except for Baby Mario, where we have Baby Mario Superhero. This, of course, is a reference to Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, where when Baby Mario dons a cape power-up, he looks like a superhero. Baby Luigi, I gave Baby Luigi Fireman. I know kids dream of being one when they're small. At least I did. Baby Peach also technically has a reference with hers, as she got Baby Peach Doctor. Kids love playing Doctor, right? And Dr. Baby Peach was playable in the now discontinued mobile game, Dr. Mario World. For Baby Daisy, she gets Baby Daisy Magician. Kids love magic, so I thought this was a fun alt. And closing out the baby alts, we have Baby Rosalina, and she gets Baby Rosalina Astronaut. Once again, kids love pretending to be astronauts, and this alt makes a lot of sense for Baby Rosalina due to her adult counterpart serving as practically Princess of the Galaxy. He's an alt! For being an alt character already, Metal Mario is actually fairly easy to give another alt to. I gave him Shadow Mario, a nod to Super Mario Sunshine. Now before you say, but Shadow Mario is actually Bowser Jr. Shadow Mario was seen as a separate character in Mario Golf Toadstool Tour, and much like Metal Mario and Mario Golf 64, he served as just a clone of Mario. So now, Shadow Mario can be a clone of Metal Mario here. Say it with me, she's an alt! Since Pink Gold Peach hasn't made appearances in many other games, she doesn't really have anything to work off of when considering alts, so I just said screw it and came up with Sweet Silver Peach, which is just Pink Gold Peach but silver. Now I know there's no such thing as Sweet Silver, but I thought it just sounded nice and could totally see Nintendo using something like this for a PGP alt. Wario's alt is a no-brainer. It's Wario Biker from the WarioWare series. I'm actually shocked we haven't seen this already added to Mario Kart, especially Tour. But it made my life easier when giving Wario an alt. Waluigi's alt is more of a nod to his victory animation seen in numerous games, but he gets Waluigi Romantic. We know he has an obsession with pulling roses out of his nipples? And roses are pretty romantic, so I thought why not slap a tuxedo on him and thus Waluigi Romantic was born. Donkey Kong was another pretty easy one. I went with DK Arcade, a callback to the Donkey Kong arcade game. This would be quite the unique alt, as it would be a 2D pixel model instead of a 3D one. Yes, and I'm very aware that Donkey Kong in this game is now the present day Cranky Kong, but it's fine, it's fine. Bowser has so many possibilities when it comes to an alt, but in the end, I chose Bowser Wedding. I thought it was kind of funny to have Big Bad Bowser have such a dapper looking alt. Plus, it's a fan favorite costume from Super Mario Odyssey. Dry Bones, another easy alt here. I went with Dark Bones, a reference to both the Paper Mario and Mario Baseball series. I actually like Dark Bones' creepier look as opposed to the regular Dry Bones. Plus, the spiky shell is a cool touch. For Bowser Jr.'s alt, we're taking it from the 2021 Super Mario themed Halloween artwork, and we got Bowser Jr. Devil. I think this perfectly suits Bowser Jr.'s character, as he's a little trouble-starting turd. I'm not going to lie, Dry Bowser was the toughest character for me to choose an alt for. Now I could have gone with Dark Dry Bowser, but since I went with Dark Bones for Dry Bones, I didn't want to copy that for Dry Bowser. So instead, I went with Dry Bowser Ice. Essentially, it's just Dry Bowser but with a more bluish tone. And I want to give a shout out to Joe T.E. on DeviantArt for the picture you're seeing on screen. It's also where I got the inspo for this alt, so thank you very much to you, good sir. Lemmy was another pretty easy one for me. We got Lemmy Ringleader, a nod to an outfit he wore in Paper Mario Color Splash, where he acted as a ringleader for a circus-themed area. Larry, another pretty easy one. I picked Larry Equestrian. Of course, a nod to the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games series, where Larry acts as the playable character for the equestrian event. Pretty much just throw him in a jockey outfit, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Wendy's alt is actually a nod to the rival system in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, where her main rivals are Daisy and Peach. So because these are both princesses, I thought an appropriate alt for Wendy would be Wendy Princess. A pinkish purple dress and a crown is really all you need here. Plus, Wendy is such an icon, she deserves princess status. Ludwig, once again, pretty easy. I decided on Ludwig Composer. I mean, come on, he was named after Ludwig van Beethoven, a famous music composer. He's got the perfect hair for it already, so it's a no-brainer. Iggy's alt is a little more random. I went with Iggy Tropical. I think it's the palm tree looking hair that gave me the idea, so just slap a Hawaiian shirt on him and some shades and we got an Iggy alt. Like Wendy, Roy's alt also comes from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it's Roy DJ. It's a nod to the Roy's Smooth Sounds logo that is seen advertised on a few tracks in the game. We got some DJ headphones, and maybe some sort of shirt with a music note or something on it, or maybe even just the headphones and a music note tattoo on his shell. The final Koopaling we have is Morton, and his is also a little more random like Iggy's. But we have Morton Fitness. Morton's one of the strongest characters in the game, so bro must be doing some lifting. Pretty simple alt. I'm thinking a tank top with some wristbands and a headband. Nothing crazy, but it would be a fun alt to play as. Next we have the Inklings, and I'm just going to combine them together here because the alt idea I have is the exact same for both, and that's just adding another outfit to each. There's only one other skin tone to choose from, and I think we could do with a little more diversity. Link was a fun one. Since his Tunic of the Wild and Classic Green are already in the game, I thought about picking Dark Link, but instead thought Fierce Deity Link would look so much cooler. It's one of my favorite Link outfits, and if they added it in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I have a feeling that 95% of racers would be choosing this alt over the other two that are currently available. Just like the Inklings, I'm going to be combining both the male and female villagers, and echo what I said about the Inklings, and have their alts be a different outfit for each of them with more diversity. I'm surprised that they didn't add alts for them already in the game like they did with the Inklings. Seems like a missed opportunity to me. For Isabelle, I was just going to go with her winter outfit for her alt, but I actually changed my mind and went with Isabelle RV, which is an outfit she wears in Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. Of all her alternative clothing outfits, I thought this one was the most unique, and I really love the glasses. They made her look even cuter than what she is. When it comes to the me, I thought it was going to be extremely easy to pick an alt here. Hell, when I originally made this list, I wrote down Captain Falcon, totally forgetting that there is a Captain Falcon me suit already available in the game. I then changed my pick to a Pikachu racing suit, but then thought a better idea would be to have the alt here be non-dependent on having to scan an amiibo to get it. So after much back and forth, I ultimately landed on a Superstar racing outfit. I don't know if it's really a good alt, but it would just consist of a racing suit covered in superstars. It's not very original, I know, so if you have a better idea for one, let me know in the comments below. Now we have the DLC characters from the Booster Course Pass, and starting off, we have Birdo. Like Yoshi and Shy Guy, they already have different color alts available, but for a new alt, we are just picking a different color. I actually used its appearance in the newer Paper Mario games as inspo, and we have Birdo Diva. They seem to be a performer in most of these appearances, so I thought a diva-like alt would suit pretty well here. Pretty much just some sort of fur coat and or a boa would pretty much be all that you need, since Birdo kind of already looks like a diva with that big ring they love to flaunt. Next is Petey Piranha, and his alt idea actually came really quickly to me. I picked Dino Piranha for Petey's alt, of course a reference to the boss in Super Mario Galaxy. I don't know if he's technically related to Petey, but come on. He looks similar enough to him already, so that's why I went with this alt choice. When it comes to Wiggler, it's pretty obvious to have Flutter serve as its alt. Flutter is almost like an evolution of Wiggler, so do I even really have to say more with this one? Kamek is another one who could have easily had a color change alt, like their alts in the Mario Baseball series. But I think Camella from Super Mario Galaxy would be the perfect alt for Kamek. Camella is just a female version of Kamek with a purple cloak instead of the blue one, and of course those sexy green lips. Come on Nintendo, bring Camella back. Let us be subjected to that beauty once more. These last four are characters that aren't even in the game yet, but have been announced to be in Wave 6 of the DLC. And first we have Diddy Kong. The alt I went for him is actually an idea that I've had for a long time, and was hoping that Tour would add. And that's Diddy Rockstar. Of course consisting of shades and a black vest, and his hat being backwards on his head. This plays homage to the fact that he plays the guitar, and I could totally see Diddy being a part of some kind of band or duo with his girl Dixie. I'm sure his trick animations would consist of him jamming out on his electric guitar. Funky Kong. Okay, he's tricky when it comes to alts. I really had no idea what to do for an alt for Funky, so I just looked at some official artwork of him and found one of him wearing a snorkel. So I went with Funky Swimwear. I know, super lame, but honestly, what else could you do with Funky? I'm sorry, Funky Stans. I failed you. Pauline was the easiest on this list. Pauline Mayer. Come on, how did Tour never add this alt to the game? It's one that is way too obvious. But hey, at least it makes my life easier. And finally, the last character we have is Peachette. Wow, I'm shocked she's being added to the game. An alt for her is also tricky since Peachette is just a powered up form of Toadette. So I just picked something random here and went with Peachette Holiday. This would just consist of changing her dress to be red with green spots, or vice versa, and then having the ribbon on her chest be a mistletoe instead. Once again, I'm sorry this is a lame one, but she's another hard one to get an alt for. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, be sure to hit the like, smash that subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified when I upload future videos. Once again, I'm Bryse, and I will see you in the next one.